Got him. Oh my gosh, he crushed it. Look at all. Oh my gosh, dude. What is this? Hey, what is going on, everyone? Thanks for joining me on the water today. So we're about to hop in the kayak and head out and do some flats fishing. There are some wide open grass flats out here, an area that I've never fished or explored at all before, so pretty excited. And along with that, we're gonna do some exploring back in some backwater creeks and some salt ponds and stuff like that. There's some really cool areas to explore, and yeah, we're just gonna see what we can find out here. Redfish, snook, trout, stuff like that. So I'm very excited. Let's get on the water, and it is glass calm, so might have some really good sight fishing conditions today. We shall see. So let's do it. Well, back behind me is wide open water. Up in front of me is a bunch of bait fish, and I just watched some of it get sprayed out of the water. So I've got this little plug here that I'm gonna start throwing. This little Florida Fishing Products top water, and I've got another rod tied on with some with a subsurface bait. So I'm gonna toss these around, and I think I just saw a redfish tail pop out over here, so definitely some life around. Let's see if we can stick a fish. It looks like some glass minnows and stuff just getting bombarded up here. There he is. Little trout. Little baby trout. Alright. It's the first fish of the morning. Probably not even gonna grab. I'm just gonna knock the hook off real quick, especially because he's hooked at the top of the head. Alright, bud, relax. Relax. See ya, buddy. There's definitely some more around. Hopefully some bigger ones in the mix around. But good to stick a fish pretty early. Something just blew up right there. Oh my gosh, it scared me. Something blew up right there. There he is. Another little guy? Yeah. That first blow up that I saw made him look much bigger than that. I think I'm gonna do the same thing with this guy. Especially just don't wanna get hooked myself. And trout are pretty delicate. You really don't wanna overhandle them if you can avoid it. This guy's got a ton of energy. See you, buddy. Alright guys, we're doing a little off-road mission here now. There's an area on the map that I really wanted to hit, but I have to drag my kayak to get there because this water, there's no navigable way to get there. It's a salt pond, and there's culverts like that allowing water in and out, but I really want to hit it because I don't think these fish are gonna see much pressure, since you can't get a boat back there or anything. So I'm dragging my kayak back right now, just barely not filling my boots up with water, and we're gonna drag it across this little strip of land and see if there's any fish back there. There may be absolutely nothing, but it is definitely worth checking out. Alright, so that is where we're going, and here's the kayak. So we're gonna drag her on down, and that'll be fun getting it down this hill. As long as we don't step on a snake, we should be all good. And this is public too, by the way. Just a heads up, not trespassing or going into like a residential farm pond or anything. This is saltwater because it's connected by those pipes, and it is public. So this is legal, I think. And we are off. Wow, this water is so tannic back in here. It is just a dark brown maroonish color. But I've seen plenty of bait. There was a giant wad of finger mullet back there. There's bait fish all along the shorelines. So there's got to be some predators lurking around. Yeah, this is really cool back in here. I've never fished something like this before. I've gone from like a river to a little pond or something in freshwater, but not in saltwater, so I have no idea what to expect back here. As you can see, there's plenty of life, lots of bait fish and everything around. I'm assuming a lot of the predators just get kind of stuck back here because they come back through flood conditions, I'm guessing, through those culverts or any other small points of access. And then once normal conditions come back, you know, there's no real way out, not that I've seen. So definitely very interested. Gosh, there's bait fish everywhere right here. Very interested to see how this plays out here. And if we don't find much, or you know, if it's real slow back in here, can always hop back to the other side and fish the flats. I've got to go back out there anyway to get out of here. So I'm excited. Let's see what we can find back here. Well, we are back where we started. Unfortunately, I kept moving back in there and there just wasn't a lot of water. We are kind of in a drought season right now. It's been, you know, it hasn't rained a lot this year at all. So a lot of that pond was just absolutely dry. There was tons and tons of bait fish, which got me super hopeful, but I might have spooked like 1 or 2 fish here and there. Other than that, made a few casts around, just did not see much telling me to stick around. So decided to hop back where we started on the grass flats here, and I'm gonna push around here and yeah, just explore around here too, because I've never fished this immediate area besides, of course, what little we did this morning. So got a bright sun, still low wind. Hopefully it stays that way, and let's catch some fish out here. Just saw a redfish tail pop up right here, guys. Right in front of me. Looks like a big tail too. There's another tail right there. The tails are like vertical. They're like straight up and down. Digging in the mud here. Because it's a little bit deeper, I guess. But it's hard to like put it in front of them. Because they're not really facing one direction or the other. They're kind of just straight up. Oh my gosh. I almost hit his tail right there. It's crazy. There is a ton of them, guys. There he is. There he is. Good fish. Real good fish. Gonna try to back off so we don't spook the school. Man, it was tough to get that bite. I don't think he realizes he's hooked yet. He's heavy. He's a heavy fish. Is this a drum? It might be a black drum. A lot of these might have been drum actually, and not reds. Maybe that's why they're being extra tough. It's usually with reds, yeah, it's definitely a drum. Oh yeah. Usually with reds, like if they're tailing, put it in front of them, they'll eat it. Drum are a little bit more particular, especially with scent. It's a nice fish. He crushed it though. Come here, buddy. Come here. There we go. Nice. Nice. That is awesome. Well, that makes a lot more sense. There could be some reds mixed in too. I don't really know. But now that I'm thinking about it, they haven't really seen any spots on the tails. And well, that makes sense. Drum do not have spots. Look at that hoss of a fish right there. And he ate that hoodwink. Got perfectly at the roof of the mouth. All right, guys. Well, here is our first real fish of the day. Nice, healthy black drum there. And he smoked it. I'm guessing a lot of these are drum in there. And like I said, haven't seen any spots on the tails. There might be some reds in the mix too, but now that makes sense why they were so timid to eat the bait. But we got this one. We're gonna head back over there, get him released, see what else we can find out here. All right, everyone. Well, we are back out here to continue this flats fishing adventure. Different area, but definitely very similar. I've got a few rods with me. Starting off with the top water again. If I see some fish blowing up or anything like that, definitely gonna start off throwing that. If not, I might just go straight to throwing plastic. We shall see. But yeah, it'd be great to run into some reds today. We didn't find any last time while we were out that were willing to eat at least. And the black drum were definitely finicky for that bigger presentation that we had. But if we come across more black drum today, I think I have something for them that should work pretty well. But we will cross that bridge if we get there, and I'm just gonna keep on moving. There's lots of bait around, and let's see if we can find some fish. Some fish just got blown up on right here. I think I actually might see a redfish school up there. It looks like a big wake moving around, bigger than the wakes of these schools of bait. Oh yeah, there's two big schools of fish moving up here, probably reds. Oh, these are drum. These are all drum right here. These aren't reds. Alright, I told you guys, I said I had something for drum if we come across them. I think these are all black drum. Golly, there are so many of them. Here we go. This little itty bitty thumper shrimp right here. A lot of you guys have actually suggested using this. I've never given it a shot, so we're about to right now. So there's about 100 black drum up there, and I think this will be a much better presentation than what we just had, at least for drum. So I'm just throwing some Procure on here. Not sure how far I'll be able to cast this thing because it is very, very tiny and light, but I'm gonna get a little closer and we'll see if we can put it on them. There he is. Didn't even start working it yet. And there they all go. Look at all those fish. Oh, he popped off. He popped off. I have to keep the drag pretty light because these are pretty small hooks. Can't have a super tight drag with this lure here. Alright, there's a bunch more tails popping up here. A lot of them spooked, but they didn't go far. There he is. Hey, he ate it right there. Golly. That was sick. There are so many more up there too. So many fish. There you go. Take me away from the school. I don't want to spook them all off. It's a nice fish, guys. Good start to the morning. Some nice drag ripping on this little itty bitty shrimp. See if I can tighten down a hair more. Get this fish in a little quicker. There we go. That shrimp did the trick. Right in the corner of the mouth. Alright. We had you in the net for a second. There he is. Alright. I told you I had something for these drum if we came across them. Yeah, I think they all moved over that way. I'm gonna get this hook out, get him released, and we're gonna head back over there. This is crazy. You guys hear him drumming? Beautiful fish. Beautiful start to the day. Oh! Good old splash to send him off. Alright, let me wipe the lens off. It's probably covered in water, and we're gonna head over there, see if we can find any more in that school that are willing to eat. Alright, just to show you guys again, this is the little shrimp that we caught him on. I was recently in Jacksonville fishing for redfish, and I got a lot of comments when I was throwing a large profile when there was forage. Actually, I think there's still one in here. Yeah, there's still a dead one in here. A forage like this, like look how perfectly that profile gets matched. There's no beating that. I do like bigger profiles for when I can get away with it. In Jacksonville, a lot of those fish were willing to play with the bigger profile, but I knew if we came across drum, they're gonna be a little bit pickier, especially, you know, being so scent oriented. But I'm actually probably gonna pop the camera out, the big camera, give you guys some cool shots of this school up here, because it is just a stupid amount of tails. Let's go over there. Something just freaked them all out. I think a dolphin just came in there, and they did not like that. They definitely did not like that. Yeah, there's a dolphin coming in and freaking them all out, I think. Look how many fish there are. Look at all of these fish up here. My goodness. You guys chilling out right here? He smashed it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, he crushed it. There he is. Oh no. Oh, I thought he popped off. He just ran into other fish. There we go. Look at all of them. My goodness. That is a stupid amount of drum. Took some convincing. Definitely took some convincing since the first one. This is a bigger fish. It might even be a red, I'm not sure. Looks like I saw some redfish tails in there too. This is definitely a nicer fish. Gosh, he thumped the thing so hard. Taking me for a little sleigh ride. Ooh, that is a really big red, I think, guys. Yes, that's a really nice red. Actually, it's not really big, but it's a nice one for sure. All right. We found our redfish in the drum school. I'll take that. Look at that beauty. Come on in the net. I knew he was fighting a little bit different from the drum. Oh, nice fish. Nice fish. That was sick. That dolphin came in there. Or I'm not even sure if it was a dolphin. I think it was a dolphin. Oh man. Well, that dolphin or whatever it was came in there, freaked them all out. Yeah, it's gotta be a dolphin causing all that ruckus. Freaked them all out, and it pushed them all towards me. And luckily this fish decided to eat. It's probably, I don't know, it's probably a nice 30-incher or so. Thumper shrimp just barely got him in the corner mouth. Look at that. Popped out just like that. All right, here is this beautiful redfish. Absolutely smashed that little thumper shrimp and put up a heck of a fight. We're gonna get him back because there's a whole lot more fish with him. But yeah, it looks like a lot of drum with some reds mixed in. I have seen a few redfish tails, but more so drum. But glad we finally found our redfish, and a nice one at that. Well, I just released that red and got pushed off the school by the wind for a little bit, but honestly it was probably a good thing. Let him cool off, because whatever it was, whether it was a dolphin or whatnot, a lot of those fish were freaked out, so got to stay away from them for a little bit, but now it's time to find them again. And it looks like multiple schools of fish, big schools of fish, and they shouldn't be too hard to find. So let's see where they went. All right, guys, these fish moved into deeper water, and they are incredibly happy right now. I can't tell you how many I've seen totally vertical with their tails out of the water. Look at all of them. And if you don't know what tailing is, it's essentially just fish feeding in the mud or sand, whatever the bottom is, grass. They've got their tail up in the air, so obviously it's sticking out of the water like this, and they've just got their face buried down, you know, feeding on whatever's down there, crabs, shrimp, any kind of crustaceans, and they're just very happy fish, not really caring about anything around them. And yeah, it is very, very cool to see, especially this many of them. Most of them are definitely black drum, but there are reds in here too. I'm seeing some redfish tails as well. Obviously, we caught that red out of that last school, but gosh, there's just a countless number of them right here. I guess I should make a cast. And I'm just gonna slowly drag it on the bottom. Don't want to work it too fast. Kind of just want to pop it right in front of a fish's nose and let him do the work. There's a red right next to me. Oh. There's some big reds right next to me, guys. Oh no. There he is. He dumped the crap out of it. Oh my gosh. That's a red. Oh my gosh, dude. What is this? This might be not a drum or a red. Ain't no way. What the heck? Is it a shark or something? What is this? It just took so much line. It is ridiculous. What the heck is this? I have no clue what this could be. It could just be an absolute unit of a red. I want to get close enough to see it, because I don't know if we'll be able to land it. Oh, there's leader. What is this? Might be a red. Really nice red. I can't believe it just took that much line. It's a really nice red though. It's really not that much bigger than the last though. I can't believe it. Fought that hard. It is definitely bigger though. Barely fit him in the net. Oh yeah, no, that's a lot bigger than the last. Oh, look at that fish, guys. Holy crap. That tank just ate this little tiny shrimp. That's insane. Well, the reds are definitely more willing today. But golly, look at that freaking fish, guys. I want to get him on grips and get a measurement, and I'll give you guys a good look at the big cam. Yeah, he's at least 35. Let's see where you are, honey. No, 34. 34 and a quarter or so. What a tank, dude. What a tank. And did he put up a heck of a fight or what? Gosh. Alright, guys. Wanted to get in the water with this fish. Look at this absolute tank. And did he put up a fight or what? I was questioning if it even was a red or a black drum. And obviously, he just had a lot. I mean, a lot of energy. This is definitely the biggest redfish I've caught in Florida. And what a beauty. So let's get him back. Well, that was epic. That was really fun. What a fight. The drum have definitely proven to be pretty tough, especially after we got that first one. Not a lot of the drum have wanted to play, but a few reds definitely have been willing. So we're gonna get back over to that school if they're still there. If not, we'll keep on moving and hopefully catch some more fish. Well, the thumper shrimp has been through quite a lot this morning. All quality fish. The hook is getting absolutely mangled. Honestly, I have a few more hooks. I probably should just, oh, it went back. Maybe after the next fish I'll switch to a fresh hook, but very light wire, very small bait. I'm gonna get it lubed up some more with Procure. Hoping that'll help entice any black drum, but it's crazy there. I'm putting so much Procure on this thing. It's covered. It's crazy. There are big reds in the mix, and there's not a lot of them. There's way more black drum than there are red drum, but those big reds are willing to play, that's for sure. There's a red right here. There he is. There he is. Another nice red. Oh, I thought he popped off. Another nice red. There's a little group of them. Oh, the reds are definitely eating good. Heck yeah. All these reds have been real quality. This is actually probably the smallest one of the day, and he's probably like 25 or so. 24, 25, somewhere in that range. And this shrimp gets him perfectly in the corner of the mouth, I'll tell you what. I'm just gonna leave him in the water. And then hopefully pop it right off. It does not want to pop right off. Not like the other ones. Oh, there it goes. Ouch! Gosh, he was pissed. Alright, let's get back over to him. Just threaded a new little shrimp on this jig head. Or, yeah, new entirely. New jig head, new shrimp. And I haven't mentioned this, but this is actually 10-pound leader that I'm using with this clear water and using itty-bitty lures like this with fairly finicky fish. The lightest you can go is probably the best, and obviously we're not around any sort of structure or anything. Nothing that the fish can break us off on, really. So I could get away with 10-pound leader, and the main line on that setup is 15. So probably could go 10-pound main line and be able to get a little bit more casting distance, but 15 has been working just fine so far. There's a few drum tailing right here, a few reds too. Still some hanging out right here. Look how tightly grouped these fish are. It's crazy. Got him. Oh my gosh, he crushed it. Gosh, he crushed it. Look at all those fish. I just stood up for the first time. There is a decent mix of both. I thought it was a lot more black drum, but there's plenty of reds in the mix too. I thought the ratio was much lower. That fish just absolutely crushed it. It's another nice red. I'll sit back down, try to get off the school a little bit. He's not happy. Another solid red. Right in that upper slot range. Alright. There he is. I'll get you unhooked. Oh! And then we'll get you sent right back. There we go. Oh! And there it goes. Alright, well that was a really fun video to film, from the first day doing some exploring to today getting into some really quality redfish. That was probably the biggest redfish I've caught in Florida. And yeah, a lot of fun. It was definitely still, like, you know, a tough bite, even though there were lots of tailing happy fish. Needed to stick with that finesse profile, that little itty bitty shrimp, and that seems like what they wanted. The black drum are still definitely tough to bite. It's crazy how many were there, and still ended up with a lot more redfish. But either way, a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed this video. I hope you guys did as well, and if you did, make sure to like it and subscribe for more. I'll see you guys next time.